How do you reduce a national conversation and national rage by people of Kenya to an ethnic profiling? Mr. Murkomen, you think Kenyans are fools, or you think they reason like you? This government is just a Tower of Babel. Why can't you listen to the people of Kenya on what they want? They are the taxpayers. Kenyans are saying that they have reached an elastic limit and a breaking point. The 1 week strike suspension is just a decoy. There will be no negotiations. I urge the transport sector and Kenyans to continue agitation until there is justice. It is no longer sustainable to run many businesses in Kenya. Business people should not be used as conduits by cartels to make breaking profits. Instead of William Ruto sitting down in the office to work, he is hopping from one flight to the next, attending international conferences that can be attended by directors in their ministries. William Ruto and his government, please swallow your pride and listen to the people of Kenya. You will not look weak, although you are. Look at the mirror. You may not like what you see, but it's the reality of the matter. To the commander of goons that are destroying property and harassing Kenyans, Lemo Domoro and Kipchumba Murkomen, please recall your goons and stop harassing the people of Kenya as they go about their businesses in Kenya. Yesterday, Kenyans, and especially private motorists, were harassed, extorted, and their property looted by your goons. Mr. Remo Domoro, please speed dial your goons to get back to where they have come from. I urge Kenyans not to give up, and William Ruto must stop from sucking the last pint of blood from struggling Kenyans. He has crippled our health sector, our education sector, our agriculture, our international relations, the poorest, our healthcare, and now the whole country is stalled. It is not only the transport sector under siege, the entire fabric of our society is jinxed. Do not push the people of Kenya further. We do not incite Kenyans, we listen to them and speak their mind. I've issued this statement because it's the right thing for me to do. We are facing a situation in our country where the representatives of the people, the senators and members of the National Assembly, have been bought and compromised by William Ruto and no longer speak for the people of Kenya. The opposition, as it was known then, the ODM, was also swallowed by government to the broad-based government. And as such, there is nobody to speak for the people of Kenya. I have found it my civic duty at any one time to speak out to the issues that bedevil our republic. I have seen the CS Interior from time to time trying to condemn me for speaking out. The government of William Ruto is allergic to the truth, and Rigiji has decided, urged by the people of Kenya and encouraged by the people of Kenya, to continue speaking the truth at all times. That is why, in addition to my statement that I have read, I need to expound a few issues. That the real issue that faces our country in matters fuel is conflict of interest and state capture. The G2G arrangement is a business arrangement by William Ruto through Gulf Energy to fleece the people of Kenya. And the issue is not even the taxes. The issue is not the transportation costs. The issue is the landed cost of fuel in Kenya. As we speak today, the landed cost of oil in matters petrol is 117 Kenya shillings, and diesel is 167 shillings. We have information that is confirmed that in a G2G arrangement that has been negotiated with the companies that are selling oil to Kenya, in the landed cost of petrol, William Ruto pockets 30 shillings per litre, and in diesel he pockets 40 shillings per litre. This is what we need to discuss. So, although the matatu owners have agreed to have some negotiation, it must start from there. That William Ruto must agree to forego the 30 shillings per litre for petrol and 40 litres of per every litre of diesel. And once that is done, these prices will start going down. They'll start going down. Again, we have indicated that we must remove VAT to zero. Again, that will bring the cost of fuel down. Again, we must remove 7 shillings that has been added to the 18 shillings to make it 25. That will make it go down. The oil marketers are getting 24 shillings per litre. They also must agree to go by half to 12 shillings. If all these measures are implemented, the cost of fuel will come down. And it must start with William Ruto. It is him, as the president of Kenya, who must agree to be the leader of Kenya and not a businessman.